Antichrist will kill the Christians. All who refuse to worship the image of the beast will be what? What's it say? Killed. We will die by the hundreds of thousands. Rounded up, put in concentration camps, and exterminated. That's what the Bible says. And Revelation is full of references to people, Christians, killed during the tribulation. Filled with them. If anyone is to go into captivity he will go. If anyone is to be killed with the sword he will be killed. It's not that no Christians will survive. It's that no Christian can count on survival. It's happened before. Wearing special signs, being branded with tattoos, getting blamed for the world's problems. It's happened before. We'll no doubt be blamed for World War III, lumped together with fanatic Muslims and Jews. Does it all seem too far-fetched? Oh, it's a fairy tale. For us sitting here right now on a summer day in America, blessed in so many different ways, it just seems far-fetched. Tell it to those Jews. Tell it to them. They couldn't believe they were being rounded up and deported. Couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe they were going to be gassed. Tell it to the brothers and sisters all over the globe, except in the West, who are dying today for their faith. One Iranian Christian in the midst of intense persecution has said, "It's a shame for a believer to die of natural causes." Isn't that something? Because they're all dying over there from persecution. It's a shame for a believer to die of natural causes. Now, does this devil talk seem primitive, superstitious, embarrassing, sensationalistic? I even feel a little embarrassed talking about it. I feel like it's over-dramatizing it. Well, tell that to the places in the world, and there are many of them, where there's pervasive, documented evidence of demonic possession. Antichrist is coming. In fact, many other ones have already come. Nero, back in their day, in our own last century, Hitler, Stalin, Mao. And the spirit of this last one is already here. Satan doesn't know the time of Christ's return. So he must always have antichrists in waiting. But Jesus has already come ahead of that. And his spirit is already here. In this world, he told us, you'll have trouble. You will have it. But take heart. I've overcome the world. This past Wednesday, Doug quoted Dietrich Bonhoeffer, a Christian minister who was killed for standing up to Adolf Hitler during the days of Nazi Germany, during the last days. And here was the quote Doug mentioned. Following Jesus always leads to death. Now, even if we aren't martyred, it's the death of old bad habits, the death of old bad relationships, death of old bad thinking, and yes, maybe even a martyr's death of our physical bodies. Then Jesus said to his disciples, whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross and follow me. I finished with the story. Bob Hodges tells about duck hunting with a friend of his in East Tennessee. His friend Riley, who just recently accepted Christ, had a question. Riley's old buddies seemed to delight in trying to get him to fall back into their old patterns. Why is it that I'm having more trouble since I became a Christian than I ever did when I was lost? He asked. Bob spoke up. I'll tell you why, Riley. A couple of ducks fly over, and you shoot. You kill one, you injure the other. They both fall into the lake. What do? You have to get out of the boat and go pick up the ducks. But which one do you pick up first? Well, that's easy, Riley said. I go after the injured one first because the dead one isn't going anywhere. I just said that's the way it is with the devil. He goes after injured Christians. He's not going to bother with the unbeliever who's dead in sin. The minute you give your life to Christ, you'd better get ready, because the devil is going to come after you first. A conspiracy may well be underway right now. So what should we do about it? We get ready to die. How? We get with Jesus, and we stand with Jesus. Would you please stand? I'd like to invite Ma'o and TJ Nico to come forward and pray. Luke and Ma'o Jr., Ben and Crystal Perez, Chanel, Susan and Ruben, and Fernando and Bernadette to come up and pray with people and have us get ready with Jesus. Yeah, it's a depressing thought.